Hi everyone, this is Randy. So, someone sent me this article by Ross Rosenberg, and it appears to be a new article since his conversation with Sam Vaknin about whether or not narcissists can love. And although Sam wrote his book about malignant narcissists, Ross now wants to make the distinction between NPD, which is the garden variety narcissist, and a malignant narcissist, which also is antisocial and paranoid personality. And the malignant narcissist is apparently worse than a garden variety narcissist. Ross says that they're quite different, but he doesn't explain how they're quite different. And I still do believe that they are on a continuum toward sociopathy and psychopathy. So, what I think is going on here with Ross is that he talked to Sam, and he considers Sam the best, the expert, right? And when people talk to Sam, they seem to really bow down to him and don't confront him, especially because they have those codependent qualities, and you can kind of see them always let Sam take the lead in the interviews, ingratiate him, make sure not to offend him, let Sam be the authority. And that's what I saw in the Ross Rosenberg interview with Sam. And I saw it also a little bit, but less so, with the interview between Spartan Life Coach and Sam. So, what Ross now writes about in this article entitled "Narcissists Can Love But Run, Understanding Narcissistic Love," his point in this article is that narcissists are not the same as malignant narcissists. And he is saying that narcissists can love and can have empathy, but malignant narcissists are the ones who cannot love or have empathy. Well, that's a pretty big line to draw, and a pretty important one. I don't like the way Ross or the way Sam distinguishes and describes the way that this garden variety narcissist can love and can show empathy. For example, Sam says, oh, the narcissist, the NPD, non-malignant type, he can show cold empathy, and he can love. And who do we hear that from but Sam himself? Now, I'm not sure whether Sam claims to be a malignant narcissist or just a regular narcissist, but he certainly does know a lot about malignant narcissism, doesn't he? My guess is that Sam is a malignant narcissist trying to get people to believe, including his own wife, that he can love and that he does love, because it's in his own way. However, the description of love is super temporary, and it's totally based on whether you're constantly giving them what they want. And then Ross goes on to say in this article that what, everybody really wants is unconditional love. Okay, I disagree with that too. Unconditional love is not possible for human beings. Okay, we can move closer toward it. We can be forgiving, we can be tolerant, we can compromise, we can show empathy, and we can get along. And it's never unconditional, even with a mother-child relationship. There are those things that your own child can do that can cause you to stop loving them and to want to be away from them, to even be fearful of them, and to have no contact with them. And although the love bond might still be there energetically, it's still unhealthy. And even you can't just let people do whatever. So unconditional love doesn't exist with humans. However, unconditional love is a far, far stretch away from only loving someone who is doing exactly what they want them to do at all times, constantly making them feel good and admiring them and following their instructions and allowing them to do whatever they want in the relationship, basically a doormat. So those two things are very different. And I don't call that one love, that one that Sam says he can love as long as blah, blah, blah. That isn't love. Compromising and warm empathy and long-term attachment and commitment, fidelity, those are love. And I think Sam is that cerebral type. So he may think that him as a cerebral, malignant narcissist, he can love. Maybe he thinks that. But why would Ross listen and ask a malignant narcissist whether or not he can love or whether or not he has empathy? That's the most ridiculous question. He's asking someone incapable of understanding and incapable of doing something, whether or not he has it or does it. I mean, Sam, do you love? Now, what's Sam going to really say? Is he going to really say, I don't really know what love is, or what kind of love are you talking about? Here's a spectrum of love, and it's definitely not unconditional love. He didn't place himself on any spectrum about how well he can love and for what duration and what the conditions of love is. He just says, yes, he can love and narcissists can love. But that's the whole problem. There's no definition of love. And I think Ross was just bowing down to, Sir Sam Vaknin, asking a malignant narcissist questions about whether he can love when he doesn't understand or know the concept of it. He may know the intellectual meaning of it, and he may have been able to observe it and watch it and read about it and study it and listen to poems about it and music and all this. This is where Sam probably got his understanding of what love is, and that's why he tries to speak on it, and he speaks on it as if he's some authority on love, but he's not. And that's why he talks about cold empathy, because he's not an authority on empathy either, because he can't show or feel warm empathy himself. So why would Ross sit there and ask him, do you have empathy? I mean, it's totally absurd. And so Sam's sitting there, and I don't know whether he's either purposely lying and manipulating so everyone thinks that he has this warm empathy or cold empathy or whatever kind of empathy, and that everyone thinks that he has love, but it's not unconditional, and we don't know what kind of love it is. But he's doing that same trick that they use. They use these words however they mean them, and they think that they're telling the truth. Either that, he's trying to manipulate everybody, including his own wife, to make her believe that he loves her. I mean, yeah, he loves her just like all the narcissists loved us. And it really doesn't matter whether they were just a plain NPD narcissist or a malignant type. And they're trying to make this distinction, and they're talking about the people on YouTube and the survivors, how we're getting confused, and there's such a big difference between NPDs and malignant narcissists. Okay, but they haven't told us what those differences are. And who can you ask? Who can you really ask? We got codependent Ross and codependent Spartan life coach asking a malignant narcissist to shed light on things and tell us more. I mean, Sam told us enough about himself when he wrote Malignant Narcissist, whatever, Revisited. And that's all he knows. As far as whether or not he can love, he would have to really explain that. And I doubt he can really explain what it would mean to love and be true. Although, remember, he is a cerebral narcissist. He's not a somatic type. So he knows a lot, but he's not every single type of narcissist. The only reason he knows a little bit about somatic is because he does flip-flop, and he has in the past, from that somatic to the cerebral back and forth. Okay? And I don't know quite why Ross wants to give Sam all the benefit of the doubt and agree with him just because he's like King Narc of the world, and he's helped, so many of us to understand this problem. But this is where I draw the line. I don't listen to Sam Vaknin, a malignant narcissist, cerebral type, probably overt and covert, going back and forth, who's telling a codependent therapist that he can love. And, then Ross writes an article about it to set us all straight that Sam can love and he can feel cold empathy. Okay? Big whoop-de-doo. I don't give a shit. That's not good enough. It doesn't get you out of trouble. It doesn't make me see you as good, nice, or anybody that I want to be around anyway. And I guess that's why Ross still says, okay, he's a narcissist and they can love, but still run anyways. This article absolutely makes no sense. I think he's just trying to kiss Sam's ass for some other, to set up for some other interview or to create this relationship with Sam so he can pick Sam's brain. But at some point, we can't really trust Sam. Now, can we? Please put your comments down below. Thank you.